Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 9:23 on Monday night, the 17th of the 7th, 2023. Back with a few tomorrow, after a good enough start to the week. Couple of winners. The nap went in, the two-pointer Voice of Reason went out to 9-2 or 6-1, 9-2 in the stretch, but needed every yard of the trip, and Colin Keane just got him up on the line. And then we had a nice little double going on to Manxman, and I don't know what for a stare over a trip like that the young buck had him out the back, so far out the back. I can't understand it. But he gave it willingly to the line, but the bird had flown. The two birds had flown up in front. It was a pity, because we had a grand 11-1 winner. Drifted like a barge. I was saying to myself, just this doesn't look good. I went in again, actually, because I was on at 9-2 last night, and that's not best odds guaranteed, like a donkey. So I went in again at nines today and got the 11, so that was grand. I had a Trixie with Maxman and Voice of Reason. Been a grand little wheelbarrow job on a Monday, but Lee Roach gave it a great ride. It just shows you that they were right about the being well handicapped. That'll win again too. Be interested to see will they go to Galway or will they go before again. I'd say it'll probably go up £8 for that, maybe £10. But it's well bred and well handicapped. So it was a bit unlucky the last time, you see, when it was drawn wide and broke last. But I hope they were on today to get their money back. We got a few pounds anyway, that's the main thing. I get this done quick because I'm on the road early in the morning. Heading, I'll be out of the traps before 6. Gone at 6:15. Picking up a guy, Timothy McGilligan is his name. I don't know where he's from in America, and we're heading for Kinsale. We're staying tomorrow night in Kinsale, and then we're a couple of nights in Kerry after that. These tours are organised by Love Irish Tours. And they just sent on a bit of information there Friday to me that he was wondering, would it be possible to find a house in Schull, County Cork, without an address? That there was a man born there on the 24th of February 1815 called Jeremiah Donovan in Schull, County Cork, and he died in Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, on the 2nd of February 1905. So if there's any historians from that neck of the woods listening in, Jeremiah Donovan, Schull, County Cork, born in 1815. He must be some sort of relation. I'll know more tomorrow anyway when I meet him. He wants to go to a place in Kerry as well called Dua, D-U-A-G-H. He wants to visit. He said there's nothing much there. He wants to visit cemeteries. So I don't know what sort of a cat we're going to have for the next. I have him until Monday. I thought it was Sunday because I'll be missing the All-Ireland, the hurling. But I'll have to try and get him racing one evening as well during the week. Very important. Hurling and racing I will have to educate him on during the week. And maybe a pint. I had a few pints last night and I felt better this morning actually than I did yesterday morning. But anyway, we'll rattle on. Tomorrow, 6:35 in Southwell seems to be Go On Chez's race to lose. So he's 13th, 7-4, but he won over the track and trip the 11th of November. He'd been pulled up before that in a couple of races, but he jumped well, and he's a fine big chasing sort. Then he ran well in Aintree after that. But this is him.
much daylight there for Wet and Windy.
He's with the noseband in third.
Through, but he's done so successfully and now moves up to Rocket's quarters with Go On Chez stalking the leading pair out of the back straight. And Gallo de Bosque is relegated to fourth and making hard work of it. One for you in fifth in the pale jacket, and Lord Brian has stopped very quickly and he's now tailing off, and Wet and Windy is serving it up to Rocket, but Go On Chez is poised in behind with Henry Brooks still sitting very quietly. The red and purple silks on the right on straightening. So closing in on the third last. Rocket in the centre. Go On Chez on the right, Wet and Windy on the left. They're a little way clear now of Gallo de Bosque, and Go On Chez has sauntered alongside the driven along pair of Rocket and Wet and Windy. Two from home. Go On Chez jumps to the front from Rocket. Wet and Windy back in third. Gallo de Bosque in fourth. Go On Chez is now asked to assert. Bounds clear on the run down to the last. Go On Chez safely to the other side, neatly to the other side, with an ever widening lead, and with ears pricked, Go On Chez will win this emphatic.
He done that easy off 114, and he went up to 122, 127, from up £13, but shouldn't have stopped him there. He ran well enough the last time in, very well in Aintree. Wick Green, we backed him when he was second 4 runs ago, and then we didn't go near him since. He won twice, but he's a 10-year-old, and he's only getting £5 from Go On Chez. I had that picked before the prices came out today. I had no idea what price it would have been. Similar to that sort of Vice of Reason today, that I just thought that it might be a winner. Well, we'll see. On to Killarney. Ross O'Sullivan has a horse there, Turbulence. It's a course and distance winner, but it's 6 years of age. I'd prefer if it was a furlong longer for him, to be honest. He was with JJ Murphy. He won a maiden in Killarney 2021. 3 runs last year. He had a decent enough run in Leopardstown the last year. It was 5th at a big price. I see there's a bit of money for him already, but I'm going with Joe G. Murphy. Silken Ladder. It's a 10-to-1 shot. This is 2 wins out of 14 starts, but one in Killarney won a handicap last May of 67, and then it won again in Gordon of 74. Went up to 89 actually, but it's back down again, and he does well on the Kerry circuit, back down to 71. He does well at them 3, and they seem to go well left-handed as well. It ran in Limerick the last day. That's it in front there on the left-hand side.
On the inside, followed by Independent Expert and Lady Lunette. Straightening up and heading towards the 2, and Mary Salome, the top weight, has come through on the outside now to press Silken Ladder up. Radegardis tries for a run up the inside rail, doesn't get it, as the race down inside the final furlong and a half. It's Mary Salome with Silken Ladder battling back on the inside. These two have gone on by a length or so from Independent Expert, who's staying on in third, racing well inside the last. It's Mary Salome from on the far side, Silken Ladder, Independent Expert, and Lady Renette on the outside gets there on the Chevy Evident, possibly very close between Lady Renette on the.
That was a great little race. But she's a couple of pounds lower than winning before, and he targets this meeting John Joe and Joe G. The danger, as I said, might be Turbulence, all right, but at a 10-to-1 shot. Where we check the prices again? $10-to-1, 11-to-1. Paying 4 places. We have a couple of our buddy Carlsberg there. He done us a good favour at 9-to-1 last year. We're back Dragon of Malta as well to be placed. But just that one was sticking out for me. There's one in Killarney as well, and the 720 Grecian Slipper. We're back to the last day up north in Down Royal. The day that Tower of London won the other big race, the handicap. But the last day of the race was over 10.5 furlongs, and its best racing was in Gordon last year when it was behind Mellow Magic, and like it was in a listed race behind in a Group 3 last year behind Yaxini and Rumbles of Thunder. So that's the reason I had it picked the last day, and it's a grey horse. Where are we here? It's a grey horse about second last on the turn in.
Galactica's next, and they're chased down the hill by Grecian Slipper and Hazy Memory. Down they come now towards the 3.
It's going widest of all.
The track, it's Fiver Friday, who just about shows the way. In franchises on the outside as Drummond.
It actually loses the race here by having to go wide. He got pushed out.
Galactica pushes out for a little bit of room. Grecian
pushed way too wide.
And it's Fiver Friday in franchise. Celtic Crown. Drummond Life's boxing away the inside. Galactica swinging wide as Grecian Slipper, trying to pick up Hazy Memory wide. Timeless Soul is ridden, and now in franchise with Celtic Crown. They're the leading pair. Trying to bridge the gap is Galactico. So too is Grecian Slipper. Satins down the inside with a staying on Hazy Memory as well, who's eating up the ground on the near side. And it's Celtic Crown who's trying to challenge in franchise on the near side. Grecian Slipper, and hanging on to the advantage is in franchise with a staying on Grecian Slipper, and they were chased in by Celtic Crown, and then came Satin and Hazy Memory.
The official distance that she lost by was a nose. Went up £2 for that from 91 to 93. The extra furlong and a half tomorrow will help her, I think. She was an each way price earlier there, but as you can see, she was unlucky enough now, and if she won that, she probably went up maybe another few pound. She's 4-1 there on a lot of boards. There's one there in. There's a terrible bad maiden tomorrow. That seems to be another one that has a right chance tomorrow. It's 11-10 is Most Wanted. It's a 5-year-old. The rest, I look at some of their form there, and it's sort of septic. But the horse that was in that maiden the last day, that Fernie, that went off. Fernio, that won next time out, and went off favourite this evening in a handicap, but it done no good. I don't know what was wrong with it, but that was only a neck behind it. So I thought that would have a right good chance tomorrow. Any that don't like Shorties could double the one over the jumps and that one maybe. There's one other race at Beverly tomorrow. It's a 2-mile race, soft ground. Looks to be a match between Zinc, White and Coltor. Both of them had won prior to going to Ascot, and the two of them ran in the 2 long distance races. Zinc White went up £6 for winning. 92. Up £8. Beat Novel Legend. Novel Legend turned the form around then in that Ascot Stakes. But Coltor, a former inmate of Dermot Weld, won in Galway a couple of years ago. That might have the toe tomorrow to win that race. It was behind Blow Your Horn in Beverly over the track, so it acts on it. And then, even though it was 8th of 9th the last day, that was in Ascot as well. It wasn't beaten all that fair. That was the day we were on the one that was second. Remember the Grand Vizier? Coltor might turn that favourite over tomorrow, but it's Monday night. Take me back to the Black Hills of Dakota, to the beautiful Indian country that I love. I lost my heart in the Black Hills of Dakota, where the pines are so high that they kiss the sky above. Oh, and when I get that lonesome feeling, and I'm miles away from home, I hear the voice of the mystic mountains calling me back home. So take me back to the Black Hills of Dakota, to the beautiful Indian country that I love. Oh, and when I get that lonesome feeling and I'm miles away from home, I hear the voice of the mystic mountains calling me back home. So take me back to the Black Hills of Dakota, to the beautiful Indian country that I love. All day I face a barren waste without the taste of water. Cool, clear water. Oh, Dan and I, with throats burned dry and souls that cry for water, water, a cool water, clear water, water. The nights are cool and I'm a fool, each star's a pool of water. Cool, clear water. With the dawn I'll wake and yawn and carry on to water, water, a cool water, a clear water, water. Keep a moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's a devil, not a man, and he spreads the burning sand with water. Dan, can't you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for you and me? Cool, clear water, water, a cool water, clear water, water. The nights are no, that's enough, I think. I'm powdered. Bash the bookies. Over and out. I'll be back tomorrow night, I think, from the land of langers and cute cork hooers. Bash the bookies, over and out.